Welcome back to Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk. Roman Gabriel III, your host, and of course you can catch us 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central Time every Saturday night right here. Also on AFR Live, and of course you can go and see one of the 200 stations that's available out there in your area. Also on podcast at afr.net, go to Sold Out Sports Talk, and you can pull up the last 8 shows in its entirety. Or you can go to our Sold Out Sports Minute program, which is short programs of these, cut out some of the best moments from our interviews from so many faith and family athletes that are out there. You can catch it there, too. Also, on iPhone and iPad, AFR Talk, free app. Download it. You can hear the show live and also clips of this and every show on American Family Radio. Also, you can catch us on our Facebook page, 2 words. Got a ton of new stuff up there for you to take a look. A lot of Super Bowl stuff from Indianapolis. So much to do here on Sold Out Sports Talk. My guest coming in, this is the beauty of Facebook to me. Met her on Facebook. She's a friend of ours that sold out as well as Roman Gabriel III. She's from down my way, actually, Murrells Inlet right near Myrtle Beach down there. She's a golf professional. She's also won some very high-profile tournaments in the amateur level, Colorado and other places. But she has a really cool book that I saw that I really thought, like, man, you guys need to know what's going on because we got golf season coming up. The name of the book is well, I'll let her talk about it. Meredith Kirk is our very special guest. Meredith, how you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, excited to have you. First of all, being here in Boone where today it's 60 and it's going to be 32 tonight, I'm missing I go down to there. My dad has a golf tournament at Little River, I believe it's River Country Club right down there. One of my favorite times of the year is to go down there and play 2 days of golf down there. And just if you haven't enjoyed the Myrtle Beach area and that area playing golf, you know what that's like. It's great weather, great golf, and a lot of courses to enjoy, right?
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, we have tons of courses, and this year we have been so blessed. The weather has been so mild. So rounds of golf are up. Tons of people are already in town visiting and playing, and I mean, you just can't beat this area. It's fabulous, especially for the golfer.
Okay, you're an LPGA professional and teacher, certified. Who are the types of people that you're out there teaching?
I am teaching, oh my goodness, beginners to advanced players. I teach couples. I do playing lessons. I mean, I can work with anybody. I work with lots of juniors. I'm huge advocate for promoting the game of golf to juniors. I think it's a great investment for these kids coming up in the game. It teaches so much. And so I spend a lot of my time with juniors, but I teach all ages.
You know, the thing that's exciting about what you're talking about youth golf, and of course our show is all about faith, family, and all about youngsters, and our ministry is targeted towards that as well. I've had the opportunity to play in some celebrity events around the country involved with the First Tee program, and you're exactly right. That program takes a lot of at-risk and underprivileged kids, gives them an opportunity to learn the game, to teach them, you know, there is no better game to teach the game of life than spend 5 hours on a golf course with somebody. But that program and working with kids has got to be a tremendous, well, it's got to be great excitement for you to have the opportunity to pour in some things using golf as a way to teach life.
Absolutely, and that was one of the ideas when I was writing the book. I was going through a lot of personal health issues myself and actually could not play golf due to some issues I was going through. I couldn't get my heart rate up and stuff. So I took the time to write these devotionals, and when I was doing that, I realized, wow, God showed me so much correlation between biblical principles and golf, and he just opened up those doors for me, and I thought, wow, I mean, golf teaches so much. It's about honesty and integrity, and you know, you can learn a lot by someone in playing 5 hours of golf. You learn a lot about their personality, their characteristics, their shortcomings, their strengths, and you know, by teaching kids the game of golf and letting them go out there and have fun, you're also teaching them biblical principles, what are solid, like always telling the truth and being honest and having patience and having respect for other people. And so that's what my book is about, but that's also what I implement when I teach juniors and when I work with adults. Some adults, you know, I help them on, you know, controlling what comes out of your mouth. You know, I have some students that, they're real vocal when they hit a bad shot. And I'm like, hey, you gotta tame that tongue. And the Bible even talks about that. And I mentioned that in my book, about raking your trap. That's the devotional. It's called Raking Your Trap. So golf is awesome. It teaches so much about life, and I love the game. I'm so blessed by the game.
Meredith Kirk is our guest, LPGA pro and teacher, new author of a book called Thy Club and Thy Staff, a brand new release, and tees up 21 devotions bringing together the basics of good golf, talks about fundamentals, as she said, comparing the game of golf to strong faith and using faith principles in your life, not just on the golf course but off. And, of course, these reflections she gives are to guide you, to give you some skills and hone your skills. And one of the things I love about devotionals is you can target devotionals towards what your passion and interests are. And I know my producer, Jeff Reed, is a big golfer. I love to play golf. There's a lot of friends of ours that love that, and that's why you need to pick up this book. If you love golf, and by the way, I love the cover, and it's available on her website. You can do it there at Meredith Kirk, K-I-R-K, meredithkirkgolf.com. Also, at Amazon and Books A Million and all the other places that you can purchase books. There's a hardcover edition at $26.95, a soft cover for $15.95, and also available for you guys out there on your tablets and all the other things that you like to do for $5 on an ebook. And you can do it very easily, safely at PayPal and a credit card there. But Meredith, your cover is gorgeous because it's taken at an Arizona golf course, and of course that brings back great memories for me living in Phoenix, Arizona, playing a lot of those courses in North Scottsdale. And it's a beautiful Arizona day, no clouds in the sky, bright sun, and the young lady that's on the cover is not you, which I thought it was because it looks like you on your website, but very nice looking cover, and of course 21 daily devotionals for golfers. So anybody that loves the game of golf, any level, any age will like this book?
Oh, absolutely. When I wrote the book, I wrote in a way that anybody can relate to it. I don't use a lot of big words. It's just a basic devotional, very easy to read. Anybody can pick it up. I've actually given it to some of my students who are in middle school. They can read through it, and they feel comfortable with the material. So it's very easy to read and straight to the point, really.
Now, where did you get the inspiration after all these years to say, you know what, I think I'm going to write a book about golf and devotions?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I had 2 life-threatening issues happen to me during the birth of my third son. I chose to have the epidural, and the needle actually went into a vein instead of the area in my spinal column that it should have gone into. So it stopped my heart, and the doctors, he got my heart going again. But he said, you're a very lucky girl. This is rare. You're really lucky you got through that. It scared me so much. I don't think I've ever had so much fear just flood me in my entire life. After I gave birth, I thought, I cannot believe I just survived that. And then 4 months later, I had a thyroid storm, and it's a life-threatening issue when your thyroid overproduces hormones that regulate your metabolism. And I almost had a heart attack. So this happened between 4 months between each other. And at that time, I was already a Christian. I became a Christian when I was 19. I gave my life to Christ at Oglethorpe University. And I came to a place in my faith where I started thinking about death. Never really thought about death. Always knew, well, if I die, I go to heaven. But it made me look at how was I living my life. And so I could not run. I could barely walk. I was 20 pounds underweight, lost half my hair. And so we live on a golf course, so I started just slowly walking around the golf course. And God just spoke to me. I mean, every devotional in this book, He gave to me personally. I did not write this really for other people. I started journaling and wrote it for myself. So everything that I write about was really for me first, things that He was working on, in my life. And so I wanted to just put it together. Someone said, hey, this is decent stuff. Other people should read this. And I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not go for it, put all these journals into a book and see what comes of it, see if it helps anybody. I thought, hey, if it can help one person, then it's worth doing it.
Meredith Kirk is our guest, LPGA professional and teacher down in Murrells Inlet. And, of course, on her website, you can get this book, Thy Club and Thy Staff, 22 devotions, and she obviously has told you why. There's a lot of us out there that have gone through struggles. There's a lot of us that deal with faith issues and critical issues in our life, and all of us can look at her situation and go into this book and get some things for ourselves. Especially, we love the game of golf, and all of us get into devotionals, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. But one of the things that I've always been told is that you need to change up your study life, and you need to find new ways for the Lord to speak to you. And what better way than the passion of sports? And, of course, that's what we're all about at Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk. And Meredith's book's available on her website at meredithkirkgolf.com. Please support her in this book. There's a hardcover, softcover, ebook, a price for everybody out there. What a great gift item. Of course, you got Mother's, Father's Day, a lot of things coming up. This would be a great thing to do. She also has on there opportunities if you're in the South Carolina area and want some teaching, that you can get it there. Teaching philosophy, swing analysis, how to contact her. But get this book, Thy Club and Thy Staff. Really a great opportunity for you as a golfer to use that passion that you have to hear from God as she has, and so glad, not glad that you had the problem you had, Meredith, but glad that God spoke to you so that you could share that with our listeners and a lot of other people that need encouragement.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I can be a little bit stubborn at times, so God, I'm actually thankful for those experiences. I think a lot of people who turn their faith to God in crisis look at the situation, later on and say, wow, I didn't like going through all that, but I learned so much. I know that I'm a much better person now. I'm a much better daughter in the faith, so to speak, than I was then. So I'm thankful for the situation, but I also hope that it not only helps my life, but, again, somebody else's.
MeredithKirkGolf.com. Get the book, Thy Club and Thy Staff. Learn some great things about golf, but more importantly, about faith, family, and the passion that you have for the game of golf, ways that the Lord can talk to you. And we're so glad that Meredith came on our show. And Meredith, hang in there for us. We got a couple things we'd like to get you before you go, but we appreciate you coming on. We're going to continue to let people know about the book on our Facebook page and on the other places that we do that so that people can continue to have an opportunity to get hold of this valuable resource. Thanks very much for coming on. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Meredith Kirk, MeredithKirkGolf.com. When we come back on Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk, more great stuff for you as we set you up for the rest of your sports weekend. Sold Out, 2 words on Facebook, Sold Out Twitter. That's Sold Out 41 on Twitter when we come back on AFR Talk.